weird angle. Oh. Hello. We're at a funny angle today. How are we? Oh,
Hello.
I popped up straight away today. There we go. I don't know why I'm at this funny angle. It wouldn't let me do the normal angle. So I've just been, that's why I'm late. Sorry about that. I have just been trying to work that out. So now I can hardly see the comments, which is strange. That's all we blooming need today. Let me just put this up. I hope that will stay. Oh, comments are going weird. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Yeah, so it still won't let me reverse it. Whoops. It still won't let me reverse it, and I'm having to go portrait instead of landscape, so that will be weird. So just let me take these off. Actually, these are a bit jangly. I hate technology. I absolutely hate it. And it means you see my cleavage. I mean, like, seriously, what's all that about? We don't need that, do we? Huh? Let me just take these off. I love these. Dina wears these, and I've got quite a few of them. These are the Alex and Annie. So that one is, oops, St. Christopher. I think Dina bought me that one, actually. The Crown. She might have bought me that one. I also have Our Lady. And this is my birthstone. Oops. They're called Alex and Annie. I really, really like them. But they're a little bit jangly for tonight. So just hang them on there. I'll hang them on there and then I won't be able to find them again for 3 months, which will be hilarious. So let's see. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I know, 4 nights in a row. I'm tired, actually. I'm not in the mood tonight. But that's a good time to talk, isn't it? It's a good time to chatter when you're not in the mood. So, my back is aching. I think it was getting up, sitting on that stool last night. It's not good. I have to have support. So, sitting on that stool. So, oh, let's see. You might see, I have a little dress on this evening. Like a little flirty dress. It's linen. I do struggle with linen because I have to iron the shit out of everything. And linen you don't. So, but I have this dress. I think I have it in black, navy, denim, white, sage, and blush. I might have another one. Black denim, black, white, denim, black, white, denim, navy, sage, blush. I might have it in one other colour as well. I do love it. I do love it. So, except I've got cat hairs. I've got cat hairs all over it from Mr. Boo. So, he's around somewhere. He is around somewhere. I've left the door open, so he'll probably come in. So no, I'll be fine once I get go. But I want to just tell you, I just didn't feel like it because you know me, I'm very transparent, and it wasn't that I didn't feel like it. I was just like all day I've been a bit oof. Do you know what I mean? So what I was thinking of doing tonight, I'm not. I'm just gonna do different. Fatima, a week early for the doctors. That's me. Monday, I thought my nails were at. I have real nails, but I get them manicured. So because my cuticles are terrible. So Monday, I thought my appointment was at 2:00. And I came down here about 9:15 in the morning, looked in my diary, and it was 9:30, so I had to rush. And then also on Monday, I got a text from the dentist saying, oh, about your appointment. And I was like, oh my God, I've got an appointment and I'm going to miss it. And and it wasn't, it was for yesterday. So, yeah. Emmy actually said to me today, I can't remember what I was doing today. You can always tell when my mood's not brilliant because I do things wrong. I get things wrong all the time. And she just said to me, she said, how have you got to nearly 60 and you're still surviving? I said, I don't know, Emmy. I don't know. And it's true. I can't remember what I was doing. It was so funny. And then I put the chicken. I said, I'm going to cook my tea early today. So I put the chicken in the oven and then 2 hours later, I went to take it out and I hadn't even switched it on. I hadn't even switched it on. So that's when I can tell my ADHD's a bit out of, when I'm a bit out of sync, when lots of things like that happen. So there was no way I could concentrate on other things tonight. So I'll talk about the topic of what to do when you can't concentrate. So I'll just give a couple of minutes for some more people to come in. It's really funny. I can see more. Normally I can only see my head on the screen, and I've got the screen in front of me, and I can see more of me, and I look bigger. I'm not that big in real life. It's funny, really strange. You hate looking at yourself, don't you? Hate it. So never mind. So a lot of the time, when you do feel, I am always doing something, whether I feel creative or not, because of my hyperactivity. So I'm always busy doing something, and it's usually maintenance work or things like that, you know. And I started today making a notebook to do my ink samples in. And I was making it, and then I have had so many messages about people loving the fountain pens and loving the ink. And so when I was doing it, I thought, you know what, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how I make like a little book thing in it. So, and this is the type of a thing I do when my brain won't work to do what I call proper creative stuff. Okay, so proper creative stuff is making my art journal pages, doing samples, prepping classes, designing, things like that. That's what I call my proper creative stuff. But that will only work when my brain's working. So the rest of the time I do, just do maintenance stuff. So I might colour, or I might doodle, or I might cut out, or just things like that really. So, but there were so many people messaged me about the inks and paints. I was really, really surprised. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about them today, and I'm just going to do some of these. I'm going to show you how I make like a log, and then I'll do some samples. I'm not going to do all the samples because there's hundreds of them, but I am going to do some samples. I also have had a couple of messages from people saying they're very disappointed in me this week because they thought I would be teaching them things. Do you know what? I don't care if you're very disappointed in me, because I'm not actually here to turn cartwheels and swing from the chandeliers. This is Mental Health Week, and all I said when I talked about Mental Health Week was join me this week in Mental Health Week, and we might chat and we might do some stuff. So, if I'm not giving you what you want, I'm not bothered, right? Complain to the management, write a letter of complaint, fold it into 4 pieces, fold it again even smaller, and shove it where the sun don't shine, because there you go. And people are, well, are you teaching us tomorrow? And are you doing this? And what you do? No. I'm not here for people's beck and call. I have classes. If you want to learn something, pay for a class. Go pay for a class. I've got YouTube videos. I've got loads of free things as well. It's not just about classes. But this is Mental Health Week, and all I thought I would do is talk about my mental health and things that help my mental health. Okay. So doing, the pens and the writing really help my mental health. They'll have a fit tomorrow when I show them my knitted blankets, won't they? That'll be hilarious. They'll be like, what's blankets got to do with Dylusions? Nothing. But do you know what? I tell you what, you pay me a big sum and I'll talk about whatever you want me to talk about. The rest of you are darlings. The rest of you are happy for me just to do whatever. Oh, Mr. Boo's coming now. Mr. Boo, come. They can't be watching yet because we didn't have a drop in numbers then. I thought when I do my little rant, there might be a little bit of a drop in numbers. It just makes me laugh. They do make me laugh, do it? I never take it to heart. Don't worry about it. I never take it to heart. But, oh, here we go. I'll just push the door because he's coming. So, hi. Hello. Do you want to come and see the people? Come and see the Dylusionists. Come on, up here. Come on. Where are you? Where have you gone? Yes, I never take it to heart. Oh, he's in his chair. Oh, sorry. My paints are in his chair. Oh, Your Majesty. Good grief. Oh, you can't get the service. There you go. He's not paying us a visit tonight. He's gone straight into his chair. And I had a box of paints in there. And he was like, oh. So... straws, yes, I should give them some straws. Good, I'm glad it's helped. Some people say, no, it's helping. Yes, straws. It is so important to discuss. Bev, hi, darling. It is, continued maintenance, everything. It's, yeah, show them my Molten Brown collection. Yeah, that's what I'll do next, Lee. Shall I do a skincare routine? Yeah, so Saturday night I might do a skincare routine, and then on Sunday I might show you how to make a cauliflower cheese. Oh, dear me. That's so funny. So funny. Do you know what it is? It's since I did that free class. When I did that free class at Christmas, Oh, everybody. And it's fine that everybody came out of the woodwork. And, you know, there's some people who can't afford classes and that I'm all about education. That's not a problem. But there was loads of people who came just because it was a free class. And the number of people who wrote to me afterwards saying that was brilliant, you should do more of these. Oh, yeah, because I don't need to live. I can just live on fresh air and dust. It was like, oh, dear. Anyway, you see, I've cheered up already. I've cheered up just talking about that. And this is why sometimes you need to do things, etc. So, Sharon said she could watch me sort laundry. Well, that would be hilarious because Emmy does it. I don't do it. I do. I can do my own. But Emmy's like a right little housekeeper. And so she brings some and so she puts mine in. So, yeah, just crafting together, just chatting together. Sandy! Happy for me to ramble on, yes. Where's the rectum tonight? Where is he? People complaining, I know. I don't think I have... Oh, yes, I do have a saying cancel my subscription. I don't... Cancel my subscription. I can't take any more of your issues. I do have a stamp like that. You're correct. I've got one of my magnets on tonight, I've got a magnet on to see. Disappointing to see some people aren't satisfied. Some people are never satisfied. But I like to tell you, Stacey, you know, schizophrenia is really hard. Mine is a walk in the park compared to schizophrenia. So you have, yeah. But again, crafting is your therapy. Yeah, so... Mental care is awful in the US, and that's why I talk about it. That's why I talk about it till I'm blue in the face, because it is just awful in the US. You know, and even in some classes, the minute I mention my mental health problems, you can see some people look at me as if to say, I want my money back. And I'm like, you can leave, but I'm not giving you your money back. So... Skincare routine and sleep. Yes. So Monday, I think I'm going to show you how I go to sleep on an evening. There we go. That'll be... Oh, Julie Poole asked me how to make my cauliflower. You did, yeah. She asked me how to make my cauliflower cheese and she's made it like that ever since. There you go, you see. I've got one satisfied cauliflower cheese customer. Oh, Barry, I love you as well. Well, you are doing so well in your dialogues. I love to see. Oh, somebody started a quote book today. My cauliflower cheese. My cauliflower cheese is very fattening unless you're on a low carb thing. If you're on low carbs, you can eat higher fat content. But if you're just eating normal, you can't. So it used to be for Christmas, but I'm lactose intolerant, okay? So I can't digest the lactose. And the higher the fat content in a dairy product, the lower the lactose. So I can't drink a glass of milk, but I could have some spoonfuls of, I don't know what you call it. We call it double cream here, extra thick double cream, or mascarpone cheese or ricotta cheese, something like that. So I can have that, which is why I have it in my tea. In fact, I've just emptied this one. So like this, single cream, which is like whipping. I never know, pouring cream, the Americans call it, pouring cream. And in Holland, it's called slag. Slag. Can you go and get a pint of slag? But anyway, so I can drink that. So I can't make sauces in the normal way, like with milk, with a roux, with flour, because I'm gluten intolerant as well. So you have to do them the way you do. So the way I make cauliflower cheese, I've actually changed it, Julie. So I used to make it with extra thick double cream. So just extra thick double cream. And so these comments are coming up so fast, sorry. And so I used to melt the double cream. It's like really thick. Melt that on the stove with salt and pepper and grated cheese. That's it. And oh my God, it's to die for. But just lately, I've been doing it with, oh yeah, I missed the word, slag room. Sorry, not slag, slag room. Sorry. So now I've been making it with mascarpone cheese. So mascarpone cheese, melted, salt and pepper, bit of mustard powder, bit of English mustard powder, and oh my God, it is so gorgeous, and I'm renowned for it. But I don't usually tell people how many calories there are in it. Oh, can't wait to get back to Art from Heart classes. There'll be none this year. We have no intention of opening this year, unfortunately. We're so busy with other things. New stamp range, Molten Brown and Bridgewater Sayings, correct. Chatting and chit-chat, a breath of fresh air. Your beautiful skin, show us your routine. I've always done a skincare routine. I'm a cleanse tone moisturised girl, always have been. I've always done eye creams, throat creams and things like that, and keep out the sun, really. So, oh, it's just, sorry, I've just moved up the page. Nicola, scleroderma. Oh, sorry, darling. I have really, really bad psoriasis. If that's any consolation, I have really, really bad psoriasis elsewhere. I have it in my head. So I have psoriatic arthritis. So my psoriasis is on my joints. So when it's really bad, I get it on all my knuckles. I get it on all my elbows. There's, oh, that's ink. There's a tiny bit there at the moment, but sometimes it comes right down here. And it sometimes completely covers my right shin. And I have it on my coccyx as well. I have it really, really bad on my coccyx. So luckily, touch wood, my face is okay, but elsewhere it's not so much. So if that's any consolation to you. So how do you feel the pens? I'm going to show you that because I realised I didn't do that last night. Cauliflower cheese. Oh my God. Cauliflower cheese is a meal in itself, but it's usually done as a vegetable, but it's a meal in itself. So, it's not half and half, no. We do have lactose-free milk in the UK and it's horrible, so no. It's not half and half. That sometimes, because you can try heavy half and half. I can't make it I've never found it in America. Never. So it's much thicker. It's thick like an ice cream, like a sorbet. No, I can't take the pills. I just eat high-fat cheese. I can't eat a yogurt. So I cannot eat any yogurt. Yogurt would rip me apart. The worst thing for me is powder, skimmed milk powder. So I could never have a hot chocolate or, you know, like a Horlicks. You know, there's meals that have got skimmed milk powder in. Oh, they rip through me. Absolutely rip through me. So, so the higher the fat content. So I can have, you know, I can't have anything low fat. I can't have anything like that. It's always got to be high fat. So like the cream and what do you mean there's no cauliflower in it? Of course there's you can't have cauliflower cheese without cauliflower. That's just the sauce, and then you put the cauliflower in. Mascarpone plus blue cheese. I'm not a blue cheese fan, so sorry about that. Yes, try the mascarpone. It doesn't, it slides out of your pan. It's great. Oh, Julia wants to see me every day. I'm bringing her joy. Oh. I don't think we'll be open this year, Mary, who is in York, so sorry. Yeah, mascarpone. I love mascarpone cheese. So I'm not a sweet tooth, so my dessert normally is a spoonful of mascarpone cheese. Sunshine, definitely. That's why I used to go to Mexico a lot. It used to really, really help with my psoriasis. But funnily enough, since I've stopped flying, I don't have a problem. I've got a little bit here. Can you see? Tiny bit. I still have it on my coccyx. It's about like that on my coccyx. And I still have it in my head. But my arm, I mean, some of you who I've taught at, you'll have seen it. My arm and my shin has cleared up. So sunshine really, really, really helps. Some psoriasis damages your joints. If you have it on your joints, you are more at risk of getting psoriatic arthritis. Okay, so that's all. Emmy's fiance, she has really, really bad psoriatic arthritis. She has it in her knees. She has it all over. She has it worse than me now. And I wish she could have seen me when I had it really bad so I could show her. She's seen what I look like now. And I'm sure she thinks, oh, she didn't have it. But she never saw me when I was really bad. So, yes, mascarpone and tiramisu. Yes. I'm scabtasastic. Scars of abuse. You come out the other end. You've come out the other end. I am a scratcher. Okay. I don't self-harm in cutting it, but I scratch. And I do it without even thinking. So this is one of the reasons that this arm is so heavily tattooed. You probably can't see close up. I don't know. But I just do this and I rip myself to bits, especially when I'm very stressed. And I don't even know till I'm bleeding. So, and I don't care. The scar, you know, it's whatever gets you through. It's whatever gets you through. So, that's it. Kathy's having a whole plate of cauliflower cheese tonight. Yes, yes. When I was vegan, I couldn't have it. Yeah, it was a nightmare. When I was vegan all that time, I really missed doing that. So, vegan yogurt, I just can't eat it. I can't eat it. Yeah, no diet, low fat. It works with cholesterol because I don't eat carbs. The body, it's not complicated, it's hard to explain really, but when you eat carbs, your body stores those, so then when you eat anything that's high fat, that just goes straight as waste and it becomes like cholesterol and things, whereas because I don't eat the carbs, mine gets burnt. So I have cholesterol tests and I have really, really good what's the word I'm trying to think. So no, I hate lactose-free milk. Hate it, hate it, hate it. In your ears, I have it in my ears at the top. Luckily, I don't have it in the ears. I have it in this skin as well. Psoriasis is weird. We're just weird, isn't it? So, oh, it's psoriasis one abuse, yeah. Yeah, less stress, yes. Yes. I just suit a no-carb diet. I think maybe because I'm gluten intolerant, I've always just suited it. So my typical day, today, I don't eat breakfast. I never eat breakfast at all. Very, very rare, unless I'm travelling. So I didn't actually eat till 2:30 today, which is unusual. And I had some bacon and some scrambled egg and some mushrooms. That's what I had for lunch. And then for tea, I'm having chicken and cauliflower cheese. So, and I'm not a snacker, but that's sort of what I eat. So, yeah, scratcher. Don't even know you're doing it. Yeah, and when I'm, sometimes I'll just bleed. And sometimes I'll do it on my legs as well. My legs are really bad at the moment. And I think because it's summer, so my legs are out. And before, you know, I turn around and people are like, you're bleeding. It's just, you know. Sometimes I'll just bleed, and sometimes I'll do it on my legs as well. My legs. Cauliflower hot wings. Yes, Joe. Your daughter self-harmed. She had a half-sleeve tattoo and she won't touch it. It's cool. It's really good. You just have to celebrate. You know, so many people look down on these things, but you do what you do to get through. So. Oh, Miranda had cauliflower rice. That's what I do. I have cauliflower rice. Yes. So knowledgeable. I spend a lot of time on my own. I love it. I read everything. I have to know. So if I'm going to do something, if you know, I need to know why my psoriasis is on there and why this is there and why I do this. And, you know, like that, like the scratching, I pull as well. I pull my hair. So I pull out. Luckily, I have got a massive head of hair. It's so thick. But yeah, I pull hair, and it's just what it is, isn't it? And we just have to sort of maybe normalise these things, you know. But and I like to talk about it and tell you different things, because everybody goes, oh, well, just don't stress, or oh, well, just get that cream. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. A cream might have worked for you, but, you know, when you're talking to somebody about things that they have and have had for a long time, they've tried everything. You know, when people say to me, oh, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Yes, I'm not asking for advice. When I talk about things, I am not asking for advice. And that is another point that I'd like to make, okay? When people say something to you, you know, my last partner, we used to say it to each other. If he was moaning about something and I would say, do you actually want a solution or do you just want a listening ear? And most of the time he just wanted a listening ear. I don't need solutions. I've got my own solutions. But sometimes I want to talk about it. Do you see what I mean? So when somebody says to you, oh yeah, I've got psoriasis, don't jump in with, oh, have you tried this and should you do this and blah, blah, blah. Just be like, oh, okay, would you be interested in any, you know, or do you just want to talk about it? It's the same with mental illness as well. Same with, you know, with mental illness and that. When somebody's talking about it, you know, I'm nearly 60. I'm capable. I'm quite capable. And if I'm not capable, there's Google. So, do you know what I mean? It's, so you know, just think about those things as well. Oh, Laurie, her forehead's bad this year. Oh. Lower Libby got half sleeve tattoo to help the scratching and picking. It really does, you know. I still scratch this arm, but not as much. But it's really scarred. And I don't mean big gouges. I'll just go like that, and then before I know it, I've got 3 or 4 places where I've got little, and then I can't leave them alone. Without even thinking about it, I just take them off. So I will get this arm done eventually as well. I just keep running out of time. It's time with me. So... But it's all mental health. This is all to do with your mental health. Yeah, Piper, they're just little ticks. They're just little things that you do. So, oh, Angie's having trouble with noise this week. That's normally me, but I'm okay this week, Angie. I never knew you wore hearing aids. Yeah, can't bear them in. Everything's echoing. Yeah, sometimes it's just like that. Correct, Gina. Just because you tell somebody something doesn't mean they're suddenly an expert on your life. They do. And then they'll say to me, like a few people on here tonight have said, ooh, how does that go with your cholesterol? They've asked. But the number of people who say to me, your cholesterol must be terrible. No. And I do have this... this is like a cholesterol thing, but it's actually hereditary in my family. See that thing on my eye? So my grandma was covered in them, was covered in her eyes. And it can be a sign of high cholesterol, but I'm checked out, and I do get checked regularly. So it's not. But people love to tell me that I'm going to die of a heart, you know, and my high cholesterol, and this is because of it, when they've no idea. And I'm like, are you a doctor? I'm sorry, I didn't realise you had access to my notes. And if you did have access to my notes, you'll see that I'm absolutely fine. So, you know. Rosie, yeah. I'm not looking for recommendations. I love it when people feel... Do you know what the best thing is? When people give you advice on your life, and then you look at the life they've got and you think, why don't you point that mirror back to yourself and sort your own life out? Yeah, I'm the opposite, Barry. You sleep a lot with your depression. I'm the opposite. I don't sleep. I'm awake. And when I used to get manics, I could be awake for 5 or 6 days. That's when it starts getting dangerous because you just, you know. Yes, Wendy, that's the thing. That's why I'm talking about mental health, because it is. It's got to be normalised. It's totally got to be normalised. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Karen is a nurse and she recommends low-carb diets and intermittent fasting. So that's why, I mean, I don't fast for days, but I normally don't eat anything until at least sort of 1 o'clock. So I don't know what art witchery is. No idea what art witchery is. So oh, well, this has been informative, hasn't it? Good grief, we've had 40 minutes talking about my foibles. So those people who were pissed off with me yesterday, they'll be even more pissed off with me today, won't they? Oh, we tuned in and we thought she was going to teach us something for free, and all she's done is talk about scratching. Oh, intermittent farting. You don't get that on a low-carb diet. Can I just say, it's your carbs that give you intermittent farting. Oh. Yeah, people. It's true. People are really indoctrinated about low fat. But if you take the fat out of something, you've got to put something else in, and it's normally sugar. It's normally sugar, which is lethal. Sugar is one of the biggest drugs in society, I would say. It's so addictive, etc. So Caro, yes. My dad was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease when he was... Emmy passed forward me an email. I forgot to reply. I'm really sorry about that. I was so sorry to hear that you have Parkinson's. But my dad was diagnosed when he was 42. They thought he'd started... Well, he'd been going to the doctor for 4 years. But because he was young, they didn't think that he could, that's what it would be. And he was 42 when he went. And it's a cruel, cruel, cruel disease. He was 67 when he died, but he had to retire. He retired, I think, at age 50. He was absolutely heartbroken, but he couldn't do it. And the cruelest thing with Parkinson's is it robs your self-confidence, and people have a hard impression of you. So people used to think my dad was drunk, and he wasn't. He just had Parkinson's. So you do look normal until you look drunk, but then everybody wants to give you advice, and it's so hard. My dad had a stroke in the end, and he was in hospital, and even the hospital got it wrong. Even the hospital did, because they used to crush his slow release tablets, and it's like, seriously? So we actually won an order where we could control his medication. So I felt for you when I heard that. I'm really sorry. Julianne started a quote journal. Her first quote is what I said yesterday: the only thing I run is a bath. Yes, actually, where have I got? Is it hanging? Oh no, somewhere I've got, I don't need you. I've got a quote, and it says, I don't need you to understand me, I just need you to love me. So Gina, you, Tim and Dina all seem like good friends. We are good friends, and it's really important is that we are good buddies. They both live in Arizona, so they actually see each other more. Well, Tim's been Polish, so but they see each other more. But we are genuine friends. I wouldn't be where I am without Tim. Without Tim, I wouldn't be where I am at all in the industry. So. Anxiety, yeah, that's it, you see. And so, Barry, anxiety attack, you don't sleep, that's what manic is. That's when you're high, you just don't sleep, and it's exhausting. Oh, Lee's doing her nails with me. Yes, let me show you what I use, because of course I'm allergic to most things. Oh, I got that weird colour thing again. I'm allergic to most things. So I am allergic to acrylic nails. I'm allergic to gel nails. Anything like that. The number of times the skin has fallen off my hands is unbelievable. Look at this weird thing. It's unbelievable. So I found this. Oh, everything's bloody back to front. This is CND and it's Vinylux. In the UK, I get them from my nail artist gets them in for me. But in America, they sell them in, I think it's Walgreens. It's either Walgreens or CVS. I'm not sure. But it's like, it dries really quick. It dries in 8 minutes. And it's tougher. It lasts longer. So whereas my nail varnish would probably only last 2 or 3 days, this might last 5. And then I'll paint another coat over the top. So, and my favourite colour that I wear is Wildfire. Okay. And I wear this colour. I wear a deep red and I wear black. That's it. That's all I wear. So there you go. Oh, we're still on the intermittent farting. The comments are behind. Low fat chemical shitstorm. Correct, Yvonne. Correct. People are really enjoying this conversation, aren't they? Should I do a monthly rant? I should be on. I should be on one of those problem pages. I'd tell it like it is, isn't it? Laurie, do I eat fruit? I eat not tons of fruit. I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat a lot of green vegetables. But I eat strawberries and raspberries. So I'll eat a lot of strawberries and raspberries. So, oh, Annette, you've got long COVID. Oh my gosh. Yeah, how many people say to you, oh, I've got that. I had it for 6 days. No, I sympathise with you there. So, yeah, sugar content, JD, and I'm not sure what GAD is. Dry for 5 years, Julianne. Yay, high five, girl. High five. That's amazing. 5 years, that's nearly 1,600 days. Well done. That's unbelievable. Yes, but get over it, as people would say. Just get over it. It was 5 years ago. You'll be fine. It's like I'm bulimic. I was bulimic for, well, I struggled for 41 years. I'll always be bulimic. But it's under control. It's been under control for about 8 years. But, you know, it's the same. So, bless you. I didn't coin the phrase intermittent farting. Somebody said intermittent fasting. And I think, was it Carol who thought she put intermittent farting? Oh, Laurie, both of your parents died with Parkinson's. It's come a long way now. I saw an amazing interview with a young girl of 28. I think she's an artist. And that was unbelievable. It was amazing. So... Oh, Dana, tell you your visits this week have led to some very amazing conversations between my sweetie and I. Wonderful. Oh, Stacey, 3rd day manic. Wow. Bless you. I'm really good these days. You know, it very rarely, I'm trying to think, a couple of years ago, I think, when I was really tired, that was my last. I can, you know, cope with it really well. Oh, Mary's got long COVID as well. Oh, no. Sorry. You've used that on your clients. What? The nail varnish, the nail polish, Barry. It's good. Kirsten, my husband picks his cuticles until they bleed and his fingers. I wondered why. Do I explain or do I leave him alone? This is why, look... This is why I go and have my nails done, because I do the same. And it's not a conscious thing. You could talk to him about it as long as you don't try to tell him how to stop. You could say, I've noticed, is it when you get anxious and something like that? And if he wants to talk. And if he says no, just don't because we get embarrassed. We get embarrassed, and so we don't talk about things. So, but if, you know, you could just mention, you could just say, hey, I've noticed that you've been doing that. And is that because you get a bit anxious? Is there anything I could, you know, I know it. I can talk the talk, but I can't walk the walk. So, but it might be just nice for him to say, you know, for you to say, I'm here if you want to talk about it or something like that. But that's why I go to have my nails done, because I just, and I don't bite them. I just do this. And I only realise I've done it when I've ripped the skin off and it's bleeding. So, you know. Oh, Louise is taking class 12 again. Oh, people saying that tune into a monthly right. Dylusions podcast. Dylusions rant of the month. Oh, dear. Oh, general anxiety disorder. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. I normally know most of them. I didn't know that acronym, so I'll remember that now. They keep changing them as well. So, yeah, mental health days. Long COVID does have some similar symptoms to ME. I had chronic fatigue syndrome for 7 years. I was bedridden for nearly 2 years. And then I was ill, really ill still for another 3 years. And then I had 2 years sort of getting better. Oh, Shona's on year 8. Yeah, 7 years with me it was. Which is, and although it was devastating at the time, it was debilitating, I lost my career and everything, it's probably the best thing that happened to me, because I wouldn't be where I am now, without it, because I only discovered art through recovery. That was all. So fasting's fine for my underactive thyroid. It's not in fact, a lot of doctors will tell you it's still good. So, you know. Claire's, yeah. Oh, Claire, I'm so sorry for you. It's going to be sectioned. She's not doing it on purpose. I'm sure you know this. Her daughter's got an eating disorder. She's not doing it on purpose. It is an illness. It's an absolute illness. And a lot of people do beat it. And she's 17, it's a good time. It is a good time. Try and introduce her to journaling. Really try and introduce her to art journaling. And does she like art? Is she interested in art and things? Because art journaling is amazing, because they've got so much they want to say, but they don't want people to see it. So I teach them to say it and then cover it with black paint and then paint over the top. So, but 17 is a good age to get treatment. It's still hard. It's horrible. And, you're probably going to feel awful that she's going to be sectioned, but she's ill. She's ill and she doesn't realise that she needs that. And being sectioned is just being, that's what it is. It is heartbreaking, but she'll be with the professionals. She'll be with the professionals and she'll be there. So, but try and get her into journaling if you can. It would be really good for her. So, I'm borderline. Yeah, I'm BPD. Which took me a long time. That was one of the last things that I was diagnosed with, borderline personality disorder. So high five to you, Linda. It's a strange one, that, isn't it? Because when people hear that, they think, oh, you're just weird and you've just got, you're, I don't know. You don't realise it's like separation anxiety, and I don't like saying goodbye to people and, things ending. I don't like things like that. So... Oh, and I lost my career, but I was 7 years. It was amazing. But quite often they do say it's 7-year cycle, so 21 years. Oh, I don't want you to do another 8. Oh, Tracy, thank you. Annette, yeah, long COVID is just... ME is myalgic encephalitis, which is chronic fatigue syndrome. So in America, I think they call it chronic fatigue syndrome. In the UK, we call it ME, myalgic encephalitis. And when I had it, we're talking 20... my gosh, I was 32 when I got struck down with it. I was 32 and I'm 58. So, 26 years ago. And when I was diagnosed with it, it was called yuppie flu. It was called the lazy person's thing. And I was manic in those days. I was so hyperactive. I was at university. I was working 3 jobs. I had my 4 children. So when I went down with a ton of bricks. And it did a lot of good for people with ME, because all of a sudden people were taking it serious, because they were like, oh my God, this is this woman who's never stopped for 30 years and all of a sudden she can't get out of bed. So, you know, there's a lot more understanding these days, but in those days there wasn't. And the doctors used to say, you just have to exercise. And then the doctors would say, well, you're depressed. Well, you'd be fucking depressed because I've been stuck in bed and I can't get out and I've got 4 young children and I've lost my job. It's just, you know, but it's a lot better these days. I just realised I swore then. I'm so sorry. The F word, I'm so sorry. The F word's not bad over here. Not bad over here at all. So sorry about that. Oh, Julianne has the whole alphabet now. Yeah, years ago you were just eccentric. Laurie, do you know what you need to do? You need to do it with her, because she's frightened. People who have a lot of anxiety don't want to do things wrong, so they'd rather not do it at all than start something. So what you have to do is you have to do it and invite her along and just show her and do some things with her. Because what you're thinking that if you know, that's what you would do if you were in her position. But everybody's brain works differently. Everybody's brain works really differently. So it's not a case of starting. She probably has a fear of not being good enough. So it's a case of just show her some little tricks and tips and things like that, and then she'll do. So... sectioned is when the doctors feel that your mental health needs professional help, and so you will be you have no choice but to be taken for treatment. You have no choice to be it's a law thing, and the Mental Health Act, and you will be sectioned and you have to receive treatment. It's for the good of yourself. So that's what sectioned is. And it's normally, you have to be sectioned by 2 doctors. So, yeah. Borderline personality, they're all different. Do you know, when people ask me, what's this, look it up. Google them all. They're all there, okay? So, I've still got cat hairs everywhere, sorry. Yuppie flu. There you go, Stacey got sectioned and it was the best thing for her. Somebody like me who went manic, that's, you know, if it got too bad, because you feel that you're invincible, you feel you're untouchable, so you are usually, it's sectioned for your own thing. So, and Stacey, yeah, she went to journaling, mixed media stuff. Oh, you're in for 4 months, yeah. But she will be fine. They will help her. It's all about understanding. It's all about understanding it. So, oh my gosh, Angie, loads of chickenpox 6 times. Wow, you have got such a bad... I have a really low immune, but you have such a low immune system there. So... Pound in the jar. Oh my God. I could buy a new house with all the pounds in my jar with the F-bombs. No, the F word's not bad over here. I F and chef all the time. So I try and say frick on the Dylusions page. And if you look at some of my quotes, I'm thinking about bringing out an F word set of quotes. But, you know, the Midwest maybe wouldn't like it. I don't know. Maybe they'll just be, maybe I'll sell them from here and they'll just be a limited edition. Sorry, I'm way behind on quotes, I think. On comments. It's so expressive is the F word. It's not a bad word. So expressive. Oh, Tessa, cool. When my daughter Emily was going through major anxiety during exams last year, we sat together and redid your mental health course. Fabulous. So that's it. Do something with them. And then they'll look, you know. Dementia, yeah. Filling in the spaces. Yeah. It's all about doing it together or doing it and letting them watch. Do you know what I mean? Manuela's ordered her favourite medication, Dylusion supplies. Karen, I have cerebral palsy. Oh, gosh. People say I am drunk or taking drugs. Yeah. People just, bless you. Oh, I'm glad I'm helping. Gosh, this is just, oh, this is feeding my soul that I can, that I'm helping. Shona, yes. That's why, because you can't get over the blank page. So what you need to do is you need to, this is a blank page. This is frightening. Okay. Oh no, I've ruined it. Now it's not frightening. Just do something on that ruined page. It all goes back to being at school and getting told off and you're not good enough, etc. This is why my journals are a mess, because it encourages everybody else's journals to be with a mess. So... Oh, Angie, no. No, I'm glad she's no longer a friend. No, don't. I hope you find somebody else you can talk to. What do I do when I'm to mentally prepare when your children come over? What, do you get time to mentally prepare? Mine just arrive. I work with the girls I work with all the time. I just take myself off. When my children come and it's overwhelming, I'll either get my knitting out. I'll just say, I'm really sorry, I have to knit. And they know. Or I'll just say, I can't cope with you all at the moment, and I just come down here or I go upstairs. You have to get over your fear of upsetting them. My kids aren't upset because, do you know what? My mental health is the most important thing to me. And I can either struggle not saying anything and try and get through it, and that'll affect me for a very, very long time. Or I can say, hey, do you know what? My mental health's really bad at the moment. I can't cope with all this noise. I'm either going to have to knit or I'm going to have to go down there for an hour. So they can either think, you know, before they used to think I was in a mood, but I wasn't. I was struggling. So now I just say I'm struggling, I'm off. Okay? Laurie, it wasn't the topic. There wasn't a topic for today. So when you have the family dinners, just go. Just say, I can't cope with it, Tracy. I can't cope with it. I just have to go. You can be gone 20 minutes and then come back. So... Laurie, it wasn't the topic. There wasn't a topic for today. Yeah, Judy. Van Morrison. I'm always telling people things they're too lazy to know. Jen Starr, I know you would love a full set of F-word quotes. Me and Alan have talked about it. We've talked about doing an adult supervision range that maybe just Ben and Ranger sold. Yeah, there we go, F-word. Oh, lots of them. I knew Laurie Baker would want them. My F words bring all the coins to the jar. Do 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 do. Susie, I know when I said Midwest, I thought, oh, people are going to pipe up. But you know what I mean, don't you? You know what I mean. Oh, Colleen's Midwest as well, sorry. I'd have to do it separate from the Dylusions, though. Oh. How did you get on when you had children? Well, I didn't even know I was ill. I was only diagnosed 11 years ago. You just get on. You just do what you do, don't you? I was estranged from my family, and you just get on. I kept myself to myself a lot, but yeah. Oh, Verity's having an Art from the Heart delivery tomorrow. Oh, Karen, learning to collage from me helps my mental health enormously. This is what I do it for. This is what I keep saying to people, okay? Being Dyan Reaveley, Dylusions, doesn't mean anything to me, okay? But the fact that I can use my platform to help educate and normalise mental health means the world. Yeah, means the world to me. So... Scribble, there you go, Shoni. You can scribble. Just scribble, scribble, scribble. But Tracy, you're not rude when you go off by yourself, okay? People overwhelm me. I have, in middle of conversations with my friends, have said, I'm going to have to put my headphones on. Or if ever a friend comes round or anything, I have to knit because I have to have something else to do. I can't cope with it. So... Now, if you, when he says your medication for that, to cope with that anxiety is to go off, that's your medication. Now, if you were having heart pains and said, I need my medication, and your husband said, don't be so ridiculous, you don't need it. Do you see, that's the thing. He's got to understand more. He's got to understand. And I always say, this looks as though I'm being rude, but I'm not. I need to put my mental health first, and I need to go off and do it. Sometimes I'm only away for 20 minutes knitting and I can come back, or doodling. Sometimes I just doodle. But, you know, I talk to my kids more. My kids know all about it, and they know all about my different things. And they know my different moods as well. They can tell. So now it's just understandable. It's just understandable. You know, if you had migraines and all the kids came round and you had a migraine, it would be perfectly acceptable to say, do you know what, I've got a migraine, I just need to sit in this other room. Simple. Knit or split. Knitting is better. Correct. Yes. I'm frightened of people thinking I'm being a drama llama. It's none of your business what they think of you, Shell. It's none of your business. And it's none of their business what you think of them. If, you know, I know, I used to be like that. I used to really worry. I would never used to say to stores or to Ranger, oh, I can't really do that on a Monday. Now I do. I'm like, you know, and now they know I can have a mental health day on a Monday and be perfectly fine for the rest of the week. Or they can make me work on the Monday and I can be a bitch for the rest of the week. Simple. So you've just got to say, Wendy's husband goes for a poo for an hour. Yeah, leaving is better than stabbing. Jackie, I grew up basically as an only child and need my time. That's another thing. When I go to my wife's family, which is large, I have to excuse myself. Yeah, because you're just not used to that. They are. I come from a very large family, but I lived inside my head for a long time, and I used to go up. That's why I read, because I like watching, at the moment, I like watching, there's a lot of shops in the UK who do Facebook Lives, and I love it because I feel like I've got friends, but I don't have to talk to them. I love that. I love a pretend thing. What's the best way to help someone close to you who is struggling? Be there. Be there and ask. Do you want me to listen? Can I listen? Do you need anything? Do you know the best words, really, and the best 4 words, and sometimes it's the best 6 words, okay? But most people, when they're trying to tell you something or they're unloading something, you overwhelm them. Most people, you overwhelm them, okay? So the best thing you could say to anybody is, what do you need? Okay? So those 4 words, what do you need? And the 6 words are, what do you need right now? Okay? Those are the most important things. Anybody in crisis, anybody who's anxious, anybody who comes to you with things or whatever, what do you need? Or what do you need right now? Okay? And if they say, I just need you to listen, or I don't need anything or whatever, but that's what you need. Okay? You know, so... Oh, Sue, hi, gorgeous. It's very rare I get the time to watch a live. Yeah, I didn't know we were talking about this. I'm supposed to be filling ink pens. Filling ink pens, not doing a mental health one, but it's so good. Oh, Pat, thank you. Oh, they're still wanting the F words. Do you mean twat, Angie? No, Art from the Heart doesn't deliver overseas. It's too complicated. We used to deliver to Europe, but now that we're not in Europe, the UK aren't in Europe, we can't, and it costs a fortune, so no. That's what you need, Laurie. Somebody to sit in the closet with you for 45 minutes and just hug you. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Thank you, darling. Wow, look at all these. That's what you need, Laurie. Somebody to sit in the closet with you for 45 minutes and just hug you. I have always needed something to ignore, to concentrate on what I am supposed to do. My mother hated it, but she hated a lot of things. I needed something to ignore, to concentrate. I'm not quite sure what you mean there. I have always needed something to ignore, to concentrate. Yeah, Piper it is, but it's not. We don't use it as that word like that. We'll just say you're a stupid twat, meaning you're just having an idiotic moment. So. Oh. We'll just say you're a stupid twat, meaning a beautiful breath of fresh air. Yeah, Julie, that's it. It's noise. It's like, I understand what you're saying, but all I can hear is age helps as well. Now, I will happily say, do you know what? I love talking to you, but I'm done. Or I can't cope, or, but... Jim, please teach me how to not apologise for having to get away, get out. Away, people don't understand I'm fine alone. Just don't apologise. Just don't. Just, do you know what I always say? My me time is for the benefit of your health. That's what it is. My me time is the benefit of your health. So, for example, this phone here has got a charger. Yeah? It's got a charger. If I leave that phone until there's no charge, what's going to happen? So I just say to people, you would never let your iPhone charge right down. I will not let myself charge down. So to plug it in. And the way I charge is to go off on my own. I like my own company. I love my own company. I live in my own little world. And I tell that people now. I tell that. So, yeah. Yeah, put your own oxygen mask on first. Tessa, yeah, your son's autistic, disappears at big family gatherings because it's too much. And what people don't realise is, do you know what? It's like, I'm very introverted. I know people don't realise this. It's different when it's this because it's like I've got like a mask on. But I'm very introverted, and a lot of people tell you to get over yourself when you're introverted. But nobody tells you that when you're extroverted. You know, have you seen? Do you know that people just say, "Oh, you know, you shouldn't be so introverted. You need to get out and do." Nobody says you're too loud. You shouldn't be like that. It's just we are who we are. It's simple. Yeah, your other half has a shed. That's my sewing room and all that. What I think what people don't understand, that people with mental health issues have a lot going on in their brain. I am never alone. Never alone. You know, I hear voices. They've changed the name of it now. It's DID. I don't have it very severe. But I am never alone. There's always different people. There's always things going on. And just because other people like all that interaction, etc., doesn't mean they're the same as us, you know. Yeah, Anne, what do you need right now? Barry, I know you're a people pleaser person, and I used to be a people pleaser to be accepted. But do you know what? I don't want to be accepted by people who don't want me to be there. So, and when I first started being like this, I lost a few people, but I gained so much more. I gained me. I gained my self-respect. I gained me. And what you need to do is you need to stop and think before you say. And I said something about the other day. It was like when somebody says, "Can you do this?" You go, "Do you know what? I'll have to get back to you on that because I'm not sure." And that gives you a breather rather going, "Oh my God, yes." And the more you say yes, the more it's expected of you. The minute you say no, it might cause a few ruckus to start with, but it won't. You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. And you'll have more room for the people that you want to be around. Sherry, you talk too much and overwhelm others. It could overwhelm me, but I could turn around and say to you, "Do you know what, Sherry, my head's banging at the moment. I need to knit," or whatever. But you could say to people, you could say, you know, "When I get anxious, I talk too much. I really talk too much. So I'm sorry if I appear overpowering. Would you let me know if I do?" Do you know? Maybe try that. Yeah, you do want to fix it, Pat, but you don't. You just need to listen. Gosh, these comments are way behind. I'm really sorry. You're still talking about my what you need. I lost many close friends because of not making time. Did you experience this? What do you mean by lost close friends? I don't know what you mean, Laura. Laura, yeah. You filled my ink pen. Because the comments are so far behind, you know. When you are in a struggling kind of mood, how do you cope and handle it when you have to be on to teach a big class? I struggle with this one, that's Jen. If you've ever been in a class with me at a store, I'm never in the classroom before the class starts. I don't know if anybody's noticed that. I can't cope with people talking to me before a class. I can't cope with it because I'm anxious. I'm trying to get my head right so I can appear quite normal to teach the class. So I'm either in a back room or I'm somewhere else. And I normally come in about 5 minutes. I don't even let people into the classroom till 10 minutes before I start because I just can't cope with it. I used to let people in and then I'd really, really struggle. So now I don't. I'm like, you know, and so what happens is in a big class, everybody's sat down and then I walk in, do my introduction and start, and that's it. I don't have the time to to think about it, because once I put my hat on, once I put my teaching hat on, I'm a different person. But if I'm in the class beforehand, and I know it drives people mad, people say, why can't I come in the classroom? Or, you know, why? And at lunchtime, I always say to the students, I'm going to be putting my headphones on now, okay? Because this is my break as well, and I need to rethink. I'll be here this afternoon. You can talk to me as much as you want, but please don't talk to me when I'm having the lunch, because I need to recharge. So I tend to do things like that. And it's much easier now because I openly talk about mental health issues. The minute I mention them, people tend to understand more. It's when you don't talk about them, and then people are like, I don't know what's up with her. I don't know what's up with her. So, you know. And yes, the question, what do you need right now? That's all you need him to say. What do you what do you need right now? Do you need an ear? Do you need a bath running? Do you need me to go and shoot somebody? Do you need me to make you a sandwich? Do you need me to massage your feet? What do you need right now? And it'll be different every time. It'll be every time. I will used to do an ink ped in a bit. So, but at the moment, these mental health questions are better. Oh yes, the John Cooper Clarke poem, twat. I love John Cooper Clarke. Fudge? There's no way I would say fudge. No, I am proud. I will say fuck. I don't say fudge. I'll say fuck or frick, and that's it. Yeah, my time's the benefit of your help. Yeah.
Fudge. There's no way I would say fudge. No, I am proud. I will say fuck. I don't say fudge. I'll say fuck.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the TV or the radio. Yes, this is back to Sue's question, what she could focus. That's why I listen to talking books, because you need something else to focus on. Definitely. Definitely. And that's why doodling is so really good, because your brain is so active. Definitely. Yeah. Oh, Julie, thank you.
Because you need something else to focus on. Definitely. And that's why doodling is so really good.
Stacey started a project. Wonderful. We might have to do the pens tomorrow night at this rate.
Oh, Julie, thank you.
Yeah, that's the other thing Jackie was saying there about being on when you're teaching. I don't think, and Jen knows this as well, I don't think people understand how much it takes to be on. And so when the class finishes, I'm done. I'm all right until I know I'm done. So, for example, if I teach a class and then I've got to teach another class, I'll be fine. But the minute I know that's my last class and I'm done, I'm done and I don't want to talk to anybody. I will happily sign journals and do photographs and things like that. That's all booked in the schedule. But the minute people have gone and then people go, oh, we want to take you out to dinner and there's loads of us. I'll go back to my hotel and sit in my hotel because I need to recharge for the next day. I'm done. I've used up my allowance. I've used all my charge and I need to plug myself back in. And that's what you have to do. You have to have allowances. So, yes, they do know me in my own little world, Joanne, yeah. But Sherry, you say you're extroverted but insecure, so you stay in and away. Maybe you're not that extroverted, you're just that anxious. You're insecure, that anxious, so this comes out. That's what it is. Talk to people, tell them why you're like you are, and see. Just say, I have a tendency to be overexcited, and everybody loves an overexcited puppy, and then they're like, stop. So you just need to say, just tell me when I'm over. Marilyn, it is. Your ADHD is just like a movie constantly running. Constantly running. Oh, you need me bottled and sold by Ranger, like a genie. Be the genie in the bottle. Yes, Stacey has 3 voices you talk to. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it at all. I have very mild DID, but I know other people who have got, they have loads. So, yeah, large groups of people, it's too much for me, too much blah, blah chatter. Jim, when I'm teaching, I have to have quiet in the class, only when I'm teaching. So if I'm talking, you have to shut up and listen to me. Not because I feel I'm important, but because I cannot cope when there's other outside noise going on. When I'm not talking, you can talk all however you like. But the other thing in a class is you pay a lot of money to come to one of my classes. You know, when I travel to the States or Australia, I have to get there. It's a lot of money. And it's like... And everybody else in this class has paid a lot of money. So just shut up and listen to what I'm saying and talk later. I've had people turn up to my class and they go, oh, we need 3 seats together. And I'm like, why? Oh, we haven't seen each other for ages. We have to catch up. Well, I tell you what, why don't you go to Starbucks and catch up? Because it'd be a damn sight cheaper than being in my class with all this money. I've chucked people out. Yes, you have to be a drama queen, Shona. It's not a drama queen. Wear the shade. The sun is for light intolerance, and wear the earplugs. I used to wear sunglasses all the time in shops because I couldn't cope with the... It used to be, do you remember strip lights? Strip lights used to do this to me. So I used to look like a right bugger with sunglasses on, but I didn't care. It helped me. And noise, I've always got my headphones on. And great big headphones, so... I'm getting lost with a lot of the, because the comments are so far behind. Claire, yeah, borderline personality, a lot. Do you know, you'd be amazed how many people have it. They just don't even realise. I love knowing what I have because then you can understand it. But what I have in borderline personality is totally different to what you have, is totally indifferent to somebody else. You know, we all have it differently. Same with the bipolar. My friends are extremely dear to me. Extremely dear to me. I love them to bits. But if it was up to me, I wouldn't have any friends. Because I am happy on my own. And because I've always been on my own. Because I've had to live in my own head. You know, through things that have happened through childhood and stuff like that. I won't go out of my way for others. And... So I have some friends that I might not see for years and we pick up exactly where we lay off. But I get a lot of people who feel I should give more. I can only give what I can give. I have a lot of people who want to be my friend or really want this. And when I can't give them what they want, they're upset about it. And that used to really upset me. And now I don't care. This is the way I am. If you come see me, I'll make all the time in the world for you. But if you're waiting for me to come and see you, I probably won't. And then that's your choice. If you don't want to hang around and be my friend, that's, you know, that's what it is. But I can't give commitment like that. I can't commit. I'm no commitment whatsoever. Relationships, friends, my family's the most. But then that's I don't really see my brothers and sisters. I don't really see my family. I see a couple of my cousins who are very, very dear to me. You know, 3 sisters, very, very dear to me. And that's it. Because I'm quite happy with my own. Because when you have mental illness, especially undiagnosed mental illness, especially when you're as old as me, you hid yourself a lot because people judged you. So you hid, and I was much happier on my own because then nobody could judge me. So you this is your barrier. This is what you build up. Oh, bye, Barry. Emma, I love your quirkiness. Oh, a lot alone with some days are a struggle. Yeah. Oh, when I need me time, I say my me time is for your safety. It's as simple as that. Simple. Colleen, yes, I'm the boss of myself. I never used to be. But I am now. I really am now. Help bury in the body. Yeah. I do that so I can leave. I won't go anywhere without driving myself because I have to know that I can leave. So Nikki, I wish my family was listening to this convo. Why don't you ask them to listen to it with you? Why don't you? It'll replay. I'll save it on the page, and you can replay it. You know, ask them to listen to it with you.
Nikki, I wish my family was listening to this.
Yeah, mouthy introvert. That's a bit like me, really. What people don't realise, introverts can have an extrovert, you know, extrovert parts to them, but it's very exhausting and they soon go back to being an introvert. You know, my brothers and sisters would probably think I'm a right gobby cow. They would say I'm an extrovert. If you said to them, Diane's an introvert, they wouldn't believe you. But they don't, because they don't know me. They don't know the real me. You know, we are who we are.
It's very exhausting to soon go back to being an introvert. You know, my brothers and sisters would probably think I'm a right gobby cow.
Yeah, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries.
Said to them, Diane's an introvert, I wouldn't believe you.
Why is my... Come on. Started a quote book, living with mental health issues. But you see, then again, I suffer terribly with imposter syndrome. I always think, you know, very driven people get chronic fatigue syndrome, get ME, and also very driven people get a lot of imposter syndrome. I'm still waiting for the day Ranger realise that I'm rubbish and chuck me out. You know, it's things like that. So people say you know, write a book. I'd be like, well, who would buy it? I wouldn't do these things. And this is why when I design, I only design for me. I don't think about anybody else or anything. I design for me, because if I had to think, oh, I'll design this, will people like it? It would cripple me with anxiety and I'd never design anything. So I design what I want to do. This is why when people say to me, you should do this, you should do this, you should talk about this, we want you to do this, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, because the minute you put a limit on me or put a expectation on me, I'm off in the opposite direction. You know, I'm sure I've got that oppositional, what's it called? Oppositional authority something. I'm sure I have. The minute you tell me one thing, I'll do the other way. Totally. Totally. May, I know. Can you believe it? A genie. We're still on the genie. God, it seems so long ago. I must be miles away with this. Yes, after class, I want to do something nice for you because I've had such a good time. I like knowing that not asking you out to dinner is doing something nice. Do you know what I like? I like if people say, we would have loved to ask you out for dinner, but I know that's a struggle for you. Because that makes me feel that, you know, you do care. It's like that thing, we want to be asked, we just don't want to go. Do you know what I mean? We want to be included, but we don't want to go. So that would be lovely to do that. And a lot of people do say that to me now. They say, we've got to know you and we know that's the worst thing in the world, but, you know, it would have been lovely to do. Yes, I'm on now because I'm talking to you all. Yeah, definitely. I'm Dyan Reaveley, Dylusions. Yeah, so... I'm sorry if I'm not answering your questions. I'm trying to whiz through because I'm so behind. So behind. Nikki says, it annoyed the piss out of me in one of your classes where someone kept talking. We were there to learn from you and not hear her talk all damn class. I was waiting for you to kick her out. It almost happened. That must have been a long time ago, because now I would have no hesitation of kicking them out. But that was maybe when I was a bit nicer. But now I've no hesitation. I'm like, do you know what? 30 people in this class have all paid the same money as you. So, you know, I've got to teach 30 people. You get 1/30 of my time. Now, if you want to pay me 30 times, I'll do a class all on my own and you can chat to me all you want. You know, you have to think of everybody else in the class as well. Leslie, me and Anne-Marie always wanted to sit together. That's different, though, in the little classes like that. And you always came early. I'm so sad I've lost a friendship. Oh, I didn't realise. Oh, I am sad. I never hear anything from her. I don't even see... I used to see her husband as well, but no. Oh, Julianne's put paint on a page for the first time. Wonderful. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just get on with it. Oh, Denise is the same. Do you know what? I think it boils down to this creative and madness thing again. You know, creativity. There's a fine line between creativity and madness. And people don't realise that we can be on our own. We can be, because we've got all this creativity buzzing around. This creativity is a bit like, you know, like Pinocchio had that person sitting on his shoulder. That's our creativity. And your real friends are still there. Your real friends, you know, Susie popped on the other night. I don't think I've seen Susie for 4 years. But the minute we see each other, we'll be like, oh my God, and it'll just be, and we'll get giggling, we'll have some champagne, and we'll do, you know, it's just amazing. Oh, Jocelyn, bless. Your husband was diagnosed with Parkinson's, almost non-verbal. Yeah. I've learned to watch people's faces to know when they've had enough of me. But again, you could say that. You could say, oh my God, I get so excited. It's a real struggle at home because my husband is very non-verbal now. I just sort of fizz. It's like a bottle of pop that just starts to, which reminds me, I want a drink. My throat is killing me. It's like you're like a bottle of pop that just fizzes over. So oh yeah, Cherry's asked her husband to listen to it. Oh, Kathy, go clean your dad's house. Yeah. Most introverts can act. It's just harder. Oh, Fran, correct. My neighbour just told me my husband just told me he had to take out his hearing aids because of the noise of our neighbour's lawnmower. I can't wait till I'm a little old lady in a nursing home with hearing aids, because I'm just never going to turn them on. I'm never going to turn them on, and I'm going to say the word fuck a lot. What? Fuck! That's going to be me. Public information advert on the telly. Jim, you can't commit. You can't commit when you're like this, because you never know how you're going to be feeling. I don't go to family do's. I haven't gone to family do's for years. I used to say I was going and then come up with every excuse not to go, because I can't commit. I can't do. Now I just tell them I can't go. It's simple like that. You know, and your family sort of do get angry, but why do they want you to not be well? If you had a broken leg and they said we're going to do and you have to walk there, you would be like, oh my God, I can't, because my leg it's not going to work. So just because you've got a broken brain, well, it's not a broken brain, but do you know what I mean? Defiant disorder, yeah. It's called something else here. Okay, you need to write it. You know, if you're not writing it, you're storing it. You need to write it down. Just write it down. And there's nothing wrong with tears. Tears are just words that need to be spoken. So, oh gosh, 10 minutes behind with the comments. Wow. Sorry, hang on. Let me flick through a bit quicker. I'm really sorry. Sorry, I must be really miles behind. I'm flicking through. You never know, I might even get to... Oh, I'm at the end. There you go. I'm here now. Here we go. Yeah, I think I've caught up with the comments. Yes, Anne, it's a good one, that, isn't it? Tears are just words that need to be spoken. A lot of the time you don't know how to speak, so it comes out as tears. That's all. That's all it is. Yeah, thanks, Veronica. I didn't know how far behind I was there. I think I might have to do my pens tomorrow because it's not happening, is it? But this is what we wanted to do. This is what we wanted to do. Stacey, don't write it all down on the page. What you do is you write it all down on the page. You write it all down and then you cover it in black paint and then you stick pretty pictures on the top. I don't know what you mean, Leisha. How do you accept an invite? An invite for what? Karen, people ask me to go places, to do or go places. They don't listen when I say I can't. Then they get pissed off with me. Correct. But that's, you know, they're pissed off with their perception of you. People know that I am very, very unlikely to accept invitations. Very, very unlikely to accept invitations. I don't even go out to the Ranger dinners. I don't go to those. I remember there was a Ranger dinner in my honour once and I didn't even go. And I used to laugh. I used to say, oh, I don't feel very well and blah, blah. Now I just like, no, I go, no, I'm not coming. And I remember once having a row with the big boss nearly. And he was like, you can't not come and it's blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, right, fair enough. You want me to come and then that's going to upset my mental health. And then I'm going to be at a show and I'm just going to be miserable and out of sync. Fine, if that's what's important to you. And he was like, oh, I didn't realise that. You know. Other people can be, but I don't know how I'm in this profession. I really don't, because I don't like people. I don't like socialising. I don't like lots of people. And yet here I am travelling all over the world teaching, seeing, you know, all these people. I just don't understand it really. You know, having a cooking lesson, I said I would teach you to do cauliflower cheese, and I did that, Annette, earlier on in the conversation. Keep up. That'll give me an extra day to clean my sewing room. My sewing room is just awful. I might have to do the sewing room on Saturday. We might end in the sewing room. I think tomorrow we'll have to be back, because I've brought all my inks down. Look, I'm not taking them all the way back up. Hang on. Look, they're all there, ready to ink and do, because I just thought, because people have said, you want to know about this pen, I want to know that pen, how do you do the inks? I've brought them all down, so I'm not taking them all the way back. So we'll do inks tomorrow, not cauliflower cheese. And also that sign, do you remember me showing you that sign the other day that says, I'm looking forward to your visit being over? That's how people know I am. Hi, it's lovely to see you, but I am looking forward to your visit being over. You know, people have to realise that not everything is about them. Not everything is about them. My kids are the same. They know when I'm sick, like I can't cope anymore, I have to leave. Or you just have to be true to yourself. Oh, now the comments have stopped. There's comments up here which I can't read. But they're not coming up at the bottom now. So, oh my goodness me. Oh, no, they're coming. Ooh. Oh, thank you. You have to be authentic. Do you know what my dad always used to say? I get my love of quotes from my dad, actually, I think. And he used to always say, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And it is. And he always used to say as well, be nice to everybody on the way up, because you'll meet them all again on the way back down. How true is that? Oh, I can't read. A lot of these comments have missed. Hang on. I'm trying to read Louisa's. Yeah, I'm the same. I'm so happy alone, Louise. And again, yes, stick to your guns. You know, it's more important to live an authentic life than to live a false one, people pleasing. You know. Ferris Wheel is a Canadian company, yes. Christina, don't be jealous of my Tula stash. Why have I got all this stuff up here when I haven't got it down here on this one? Oh my goodness me. Jackie Reader, completely lost confidence, don't craft much anymore, as was trolled while working in... I've been trolled. I was trolled tons. The Brits didn't like it that I defected and went to America. The Americans didn't like it because at the time, to be a designer, to be a signature designer with Ranger was one of the top things in the industry. And so to bring over this back crazy, tattooed, old Brit when there's so many talented peoples over there. So I couldn't win at one point. The Americans hated me. The Brits hated me. You just, you know, I used to get trolled all sorts. One of the reasons that I stopped doing YouTube videos for a long time was because I can't sit still. I can't sit still. I'm always like this, and I have my psoriasis, and I do. And I got lots of comments about scratching and how I must be unhygienic and how how off-putting it was to watch people, you know, for people to watch me. And so I stopped doing that for a long time. Now I'm like this. But it takes a lot to do it, you know. So completely loads of these comments are missing. I'm really sorry. I don't know. I can't look at those. They're too small. I'll just have to look at these down here. Do you like that? You have to. The other good one is this as well. This was one of my... I used to love this one as well. Oh dear. There's different comments coming up top and bottom, but I can't work it out. So if I miss your comment, I'm sorry. I'm not old. I am old. I'm not old inside. I'm nearly 60. I am old, but I love the English. I find you so refreshing. Can I just say that the English people would like you all to know I am not representative of an English person. They're a bit more reserved. Why is there all these different comments? I'm sorry. Well, this was interesting, wasn't it? Yeah, you have to share it with friends. I've got loads of them. I've got used to do. Here, I've got something for you. And again, that's not bad in England. That's not... it just is what it is. I make Mary cry. I hope that's with laughter. I am a great Yorkshire woman. I showed you the teapot last night with Yorkshire through and through. What is it? Yorkshire bread with taken out. No, Emmy normally does my comments. That's why I normally have the headphones on. But, you know, I didn't want her to work. Or, you know, she works really hard as well. So I was going to just try and do it myself. And it's nice to... Oh, my Munster High. Of course you can all see them tonight, can't you? There's loads. Look, I have tons. I have a ton in my office as well in America. I have a lot of Munster High there, and I have a lot of the Tim Burton stuff. Oh, look, there's the picture of me that Marisa painted. Can you see with my black spotty dress on? I am a Yorkshire lass. You can take the lass out of Yorkshire, but you can't take Yorkshire out of the lass. Oh, Anne's having breakfast. Oh, Ruth's laughing. She's laughing away. Well, we'll end on a good note then. So, They're my granddaughter's favourites. Oh, Monster High. She got rid of them all. You should have collected them, Nancy. People always say who you're buying them for. No. I do have some doubles, which I've given to the children. Some of these are very rare up there as well. But no, they're mine. I collect them for me. It started about 6 years ago. Maisie wanted to buy me... Where is she? Draculara. Not Draculara. Oh, I'll find her. But she has red hair and she used to have a big Victory roll. And she wanted to buy me it for my birthday. And she was sat on a red scooter. So she bought me that. The girls helped her buy that one. And that's where it started. But we didn't really have them over here. I've bought most of them in the United States. But they're... Laurie, I'm teaching sign language. Yeah. It's not the ASL or the Universal. It's the FSL. Yeah, they are Pandora. I love them because you can just build them up or do whatever. Quite normal for me, isn't it, Pandora? Yes, you have to rewind, Marie. We haven't done any ink pens or anything. Tomorrow. Have I had Mr. Boo since he was kitten? No, I've had him since he was 4. Since he was age 4. So let me show you him. This is his new thing now. Hang on. There he is. In his little chair. That cushion says, "I smile because you are my mother. I laugh because there's nothing you can do about it." And I bought it for my mum years ago. And I have it in that chair. And it just makes me laugh. Let's have a look. Anne collects Lego models. My friend Sue, Bezzy Sue, she collects Lego villagers. Living dead dolls. Yeah, nice. Yes, cauliflower cheese led to this. Yeah, oh yes, that's what you've missed. The highlights are F-bombs and intermittent farting. Barry, I have years of practice training to be a social person when all along I wanted to be on my own. Correct. It's acceptable to be on your own. It's just because there's so many lonely people and there's so many people on their own who don't want to be. So there's got to be a balance. There's got to be a balance, you know. So... Mr. Handsome Boo. We do love Mr. Boo. Okay, right. Well, I'm going to go. I'm going because I haven't had my tea. In England, that's your evening meal. So I'm going to do that, and I shall make. So tomorrow, I'm going to do some inks. So I started. I might have done some of this before you get. I was making. Oh, that's an unflattering pose there, isn't it? I was just going to make some things and show you, talk about a few of the different pens and show you. So what I was going to do with the inks was use them with a brush, because you can paint with them. So I was going to go through those and I was going to show you, like, you see, these, they're a bit like mine. Can you see they've got shimmers in, some of them? So I was going to go through those and talk about those. So you could paint with these. You could use these. You could put them in the water brushes if you wanted. And not the shimmer ones. You could put the normal ones in. And in theory, you could put my ink in a fountain pen. But it might be a bit too watery. I'll have to try it. I might do that. Oh my gosh. A dirty martini. Do you know, I'm going to have to try that now. I'm going to have to try that pen later. I'll try it when you're not looking, just in case it goes wrong. But I'm going to see if I can put dirty martini in here. So tomorrow night we'll do some more of this. And you never know, we might do something else. We might add a bit of collage or something. I've no idea. As long as you don't tell me what you think I'm supposed to be doing, you know. I'm only tuning in for the art. Oh dear, right, I'm going to have to say goodbye. So, that's it. Your grandfather was a stoic man. When asked why he was so quiet, he replied, somebody has to listen. Correct. Okay, So I will see you all tomorrow. Same time. Let's see if the camera will work better the other way round. I'm releasing 2 classes tomorrow. I didn't get round to them today. So I shall release those tomorrow for you. And hopefully this will work itself out as well. Okay. So, oh, and all of these inks and all of these pens, Art from the Heart, Ben has them all. He said people were ordering last night, people were buying things. He said, have you been doing the inks? I said, why? He says, people are ordering inks and people are ordering pens. I said, you know how it is. I get everybody hooked on them because, let me, actually, just before I go, I forgot to show you this last night. You know, I had those little holders that had 3 pens. This is the pen that's always in my handbag, and it's just in the one holder. And I bought this. This is the most expensive pen I've got. And I bought this at the Queen's Ink in Savage in Baltimore, Maryland. And it's a Tasha pen, and it has, I think it has my brown in. And this is the pen that is always in my handbag because, you know, everybody should have a decent pen. Everybody. But it don't matter even if it's only a £10 one. Get yourself a fountain pen. Sign your cheques with a fountain pen. Sign your name with a fountain pen. It's just, it means you're finally a grown-up. I bought this, I think, last year, so I was 57 before I was a grown-up. And I love that pen. So, yeah, so I shall see you tomorrow. I'm going to go have some cauliflower cheese.